Hello everyone, welcome to Osborne's Model Garage. I'm Wayne Osborne, and I'm one of the new guys in the community. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and where I get my inspiration, favorite part of the kits, and try and answer some of the questions that have been going around. So first of all, I've been in the community, I guess, about since November, and just stumbled on it by chance. I had been building some kits and doing it the way that I did it when I was a kid. So I was brush painting and basic glue bombing and that. So, and I just wanted to try and step up my game a bit. So basically all I did was just go into Google and type in model car building tips, and up popped this community. There was Dr. Cranky, FastJimmy71, Styrene Junkie 73, all you guys all started popping up. So I started going to YouTube and that, and it just snowballed from there. So basically all I was looking for was just for some tips on how to update my skills for modeling. So that's how I found everybody. And I've been watching, I've been subscribing, and I want to thank everybody for subscribing back to me. It wasn't not really my intention to get this far into it, but I'm here and I'm going for it. So anyway, so I started building again. Like I said, I've only done about 4 kits, and over about the last 2 years. So there's one that's not here. It's at my niece's house. So it's a real joy for me to build models. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as a kid. My first model I ever built would have been 1966, would have been the Batmobile. And I built a lot of the Tom Daniels cars when I was a kid, school bus, paddy wagon, all those Tom Daniels cars. They were some of my favorite. The Red Baron. I built the 1/16/112 scale of the Red Baron, and then I had the little 125 beside it. That big chrome helmet was just an absolute showcase. So, and those are my early recollections of building when I was a kid. So now what I'm doing is I'm building cars that either I've wanted one-to-one. I have had some one-to-one cars. I have had a 57 Chev. I've had a 67 Camaro. But my favorite was the one-to-one that I have in my 69 GTO. I do not own it anymore. I haven't owned it for years, and it's just way too expensive to try and get back into that side of it. So I do the models. And what I do, I try and pick the kit, get an inspiration, and build it to the way I would either want it to have been built if I was building it, or as I've seen it somewhere. So, which brings me to the inspiration. I do a lot out of my head as to how I would want it, like color schemes and that. But to get details and that, I'll go to auctions. Barrett Jackson, Dana Meekums come to mind, because they give a lot of detailed pictures of the cars. But one of my favorite spots on the internet is a site called RK Motorsports, and they're in South Carolina, and you should check them out. They have videos of their cars. They have dozens and dozens of pictures of each car, each little detail, markings on the cars, marking on rad hoses, where the plug wires are run, and this is where I initially start my inspiration, and then I go from there. Do I want to put custom wheels on it? Do I want to tub it? What do I want to do with it? So that's basically me in a nutshell. As I've mentioned on some of my comments, I am Canadian. I am in South Central Ontario, just above Toronto. So I have a lot of support around me with some of the other builders. Nelson comes to mind, Lazy Eyed Modeler, Badass Canadian, Rick Howard. Follow him. And we just go from there. I mean, I know you guys are only a comment away, a question away. I know I've been conversing with Gary at MC Model Works for paint tips with using the acrylics. Chris Chapman, Dr. Cranky, Chris at Classic Plastic 101. Really enjoying your series on your tutorials on how you build, how the young guy should start out. I mean, I wish I'd seen that before even starting to build a couple of years ago. So anyways, like I said, I started building again as I did when I was a kid, and it's just not working out. I mean, I brush painted when I was a kid, so the Hurst Olds is brush painted, and I thought I'd try that with the Dart, but the metallic I was using, you don't brush metallics. So I learned that the hard way, and even the Purple Pond. Never knew about the Purple Pond. I started sanding on it. I started taking fine quad zero steel wool to it and sanding on that Dart body. And so up close and personal, it's a mess. But you want to know something? It's still progress. And there's been a lot of talk around about showing your failures and everything else like that. I don't consider anything that I've built as a failure. I just have varying stages of success. And from where I started with the Hurst Olds, and even going up into the 67 GTO, I can see the progress that I've made, and I'm quite pleased with the progress that I've made. So now it's time to step up again. So that's me. I've been welcomed into the community. I've got some followers. I want to thank my subscribers again. It has been great. So second part of this is this tribute to FastJimmy71. I don't know the man. I don't know if I've ever commented on one of his videos. I've been going through his archives. Joe Thompson, Little Joe, fantastic idea. From what I've seen of his videos, I think it is an absolute must that we do this tribute. And for me to get myself out there and to step up my game, to challenge myself, I think this is a good opportunity for me. So I'm going to go into this. Whether this gets to Fast Jimmy or not, or even to Little Joe, doesn't matter. I'm going to go in on this build, and what I'm going to build, not even opened yet, 67 GTX. And we're going to do some stuff with this like Little Joe wants. He wants it, get it out of our comfort zone, get it out of our box area. So I'm going to do some kit bashing, I'm going to do some scratch building, and hopefully if I can find it, some of the things you can't really get in Canada, or I can't get the same stuff as you guys get down in the States. And I want to start doing casting. I have some parts here on some of my other models, like bucket seats, consoles, different things like that. I want to start casting so that I've got them for future builds, because there are things that I want to do with other cars that, I'm the 57 Chev that I want to build it as to the one that I had, just a little nicer. And what we did was we took all the interior out of it, and we took a 64 Impala SS interior, and we put that into buckets, the console, had it all working. We had the 64 Impala motor in it, the 327 with the automatic. So this is the type of thing that I'm doing with some builds. But on the GTX, one of the parts that I want to cast for this is the frame, or even the rear section of that 67 Nova Pro Street, and to get the tubs. I don't want to waste that kit. I mean, kits are expensive enough, but so I'm going to try and get into some casting of parts, definitely kit bashing, and we'll see where it goes from there. So Little Joe, I'm in. FastJimmy71, I hope you get this. To the rest of it, to everybody else, thank you for welcoming me into the community. That's a little bit about me. I will do some more updates and as we go along. So until then, everybody, keep your stick on the ice.